Back in 1933, Muriel was at home recuperating from an illness that she had had and wanted to earn some money and be a bit independent. So she asked her parents if they would loan her some money to build a canteen at the end of their driveway, just up the road from where we're standing right now. And they said, this is the 30s, the Depression, we don't have money to give you. But she knew her uncle loaned money out to people, so she went to him asking for $100. And what do you want $100 for? Well, she told him what she wanted to do with it. And they bartered back and forth, and she was down to $35. And he said, what can you do with $35? She said, you give me the $35 and I'll show you what I can do with it. And he said, no, no, you show me what you can do with $35 and I'll give you the money. So that's how she got started. This was the main road. It was called the Road to the Bend, which was Moncton. And Front Mountain Road was the road to Barry's Mills because there was a railway station there. So a lot of traffic went by her door from that time. And the truck drivers noticed, and they would talk about the hill, how hard this hill was to drive. And she noticed cars stopping and starting, and she talked to her parents about it, and they said, oh, well, it's been known as Fool's Hill. Even your grandparents, when they were driving the horse and buggy, didn't know whether to put the brakes on the buggy or give a snap to the reins to get the horse to get up and go. So she said it had peculiarities right from the get-go. Noticing this and noticing that the cars weren't all coming up, but some of them were turning around and going back into Moncton, and her wanting to get their business, she had her brothers relocate her canteen right across the road from where we're standing. And that was the forerunner to this whole thing. And so when she moved down here, she thought, we've got to name this area so people will know where they're traveling to. So she named it Magnetic Hill because some of the truck drivers would say, I'd swear there's a magnet in that hill pulling us back. In 1933, that first summer she opened her canteen. In August, there was a young reporter from the Telegraph-Journal who was wanting to find this hill that people were talking about, and they had telescopes with them and so on, and different survey instruments that they were going to use. And so this was all written up then in the paper. After that, it just went like wildfire of people coming. In 1940, she talked to Canada Post and wanted them to put a post office in here. So she had the first tourist designated post office in all of Canada. And after the war, people were wanting to do some fun things, so it just kept going, and they kept coming here, and she expanded her gift shop. And when she sold in 1974 to another local businessman, it was the third largest tourist attraction in all of Canada, behind Niagara Falls and Banff. We've had international visitors who come here because it's known around the world, and even in the last few years, it still has that same draw. Because people will say, well, I feel it in my body, you know, my head's feeling a little light, you know, I'm sure there's something about this, and my arthritis is not as bad as it used to be, and there's all these little things like this. The hill is open 24 hours a day, but there are certain times of the day through the period where there are guides here who can give you a bit of the background, a bit of the history if you want to know a bit more and have questions you want to ask. They're here through the day to help you, starting at about 9 in the morning and through to 6 in the evening. Other than that, it's open to you to come and try and just read the signs and see how it goes.